everybody, and welcome back to Coalesce's Fairy Gaming. As luck would have it, my last save had some technical difficulties, so I started over. So far, I started building at my settlement, and I've already spoken with Unigas and his wife, Dobroniga. While I'm waiting for my first season of the game to end, I decided to do my first story quest, which leads me to Jargniwa. I'm sent to her to see why she hasn't sent Dobra her rye shipment, and at first she complains about her dim-witted husband, who apparently thought he was buying seeds when in reality someone duped him into buying rat droppings. After she gets that off her chest, Jargniwa tells me she couldn't fulfill the delivery, so she sends me to someone named Nadar, who lives in a different village. When I speak to Nadar, I learn that his courier was already supposed to have returned from his delivery by now. So, being the helpful and strapping young man of 18 that I am, I offer to find the courier and I set off in my search. Here I find what I think is the wagon the courier was supposed to deliver, so at this point I assume I'm close to finding the guy. I start walking around, not too sure where I'm supposed to be going, when I eventually find a blood trail. The trail eventually leads me into the woods near a stream, and being my blind self, it takes me a minute before I find the courier in plain sight, who's practically dying next to a little waterfall. Fortunately, I have some broadleaf plantain on me, so I give it to him to mend him up before I race back to Nadar to get him some help. I tell Nadar about his courier, Hugo, and before he runs off after him, Nadar gives me the rye shipment. He also tries to pay me for my help, but once again, being the helpful and strapping young man I am, I tell him to use the money to help Hugo. A top tier move if you ask me, because it gave me additional reputation points which I'll be able to use for my settlement later. Dobra must have been beside herself regarding her rye shipment because she had zero qualms about me barging into her and Unigat's home while they were sleeping. Anyways, in between a few jokes, I gave Dobra her ride delivery. I didn't tell her about just how much trouble it was to get that shipment, so that was that. I left her on chummy terms and moved on to my next quest. At this point, I'm practically caught up to
Hey,
where
friend.
my last save left off. So I wander off to what I've been calling the homeless campsite, where if you have enough reputation points, you can bring people to your settlement who haven't found a home yet. I only picked one person because I plan on romancing and wifing her up in the future, and I figured it'd be easier to flirt with her if she lived in my settlement. Otherwise, with my shoddy memory, I'd forget where she is and I would end up scouring all of the villages to find her again. So, after testing the waters with a few flirt lines, I decide on Ludwika. She's a couple of years older than my character and is obsessed with farming. I'm not kidding. Almost every single answer she gave me had to do with soil or farming itself. We'll see how it goes next time though, because that's it for today. Bye!